Barry come to me and he said, William R., we want to take the show out, the Motown Revue. We want all the artists. We'll do the whole chitlin circuit. I said, oh man, that's incredible. He said, yep. And his sister was going to be in charge. No problem. She calls me and she says, I want you to go with me with the Motown Revue. I said, me? I mean, well, you know, I got sessions to do, you know, I got an artist to work with here. You know, no, my schedule is too heavy. She says, oh, it is? Okay. She hung up. The phone rings again. It's Barry. He said, William R., there's only two people can go with this tour, you or me. So that leaves you. Anyway, he starts telling me about how it's got to be great. We got to be the best one. We got to be hot. We're going to have all these new artists out there. They got to know what's going on. And they trust you. And he's giving me this whole sales pitch. Now, he's a great talker. By the time he finished talking to me, I was really pumped up. Now I got to go.
I asked Earl how much clout did Mickey Stevenson have. He said, under Barry, you got Mickey. You don't get anything done here without him. But I heard songwriters talking about Holland and Doge and Holland. It was Mickey, 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 Mickey.
He was so busy working in the studio with many, many artists and other people who were bringing their songs in. And the company was so busy at that time. There was so much going on. There was so much excitement.
The only thing that bothered me was we got to be the best. So I had to take a look and see what was going on out there to know what that meant. So I started watching all the shows. I went everywhere. I saw every show. And I didn't like hardly any of them. Not that the artists weren't great, but the shows was just drawn out. It was just not professional. And I came back and it dawned on me that we had to bring the whole package. You see, on the tours, they would have not the James Brown, his show was together. James Brown and Ray Charles, and James Brown, Ray Charles were the best two packages out. And the reason is they had their own orchestra and they had the people that did the recording in the studio on stage, so everything sound and looked like the record, and there was no time between. Where other shows would have, different artists would have their own bands, their own sound, and every time one artist got off the stage, a crew had to come out, move everything off stage, bring on the other package, set it up. Now, if their egos were involved, it got worse, because now they had to have the drum set over here, and this had to be set over there, and all this crap. And you could be in the theater, go get a hot dog, a Coke, a holiday sucker, popcorn, eat the whole thing, and the show is still not ready. You can go to the bathroom and come back. What they would do is have a comedian between these setups to try to keep the audience in a groove while they change the stage. Well, it would take so long sometime until even the comedian would say, you ready back yet? Are you ready? And do another 10 minutes. I said, okay, we're going to beat this. We're going to take the Funk Brothers, the whole band, and our artists, and we'll take the whole package out so it goes one right behind the other and sound like the record. Now, to make that happen, I had to rehearse every day in the studio exactly how the show was going to go down. That means I want to see the lights change, the sound fixed, the background on, everything. And that went on and on and on. We rehearsed it till it was absolutely together, ready to roll. Then Smokey Robinson comes up to me and he says, William R., I think you ought to go out and conduct the orchestra with this show. I said, what do you mean? He said, William R., we've been rehearsing it here for weeks. You know every song. You know all the tempos. You know when it's going out, when it's going in. Who can do it better than you? I thought about it for a minute. I said, the brother got a point. I said, okay, I'll do it. So now we're going on the road. Now here's the deal. Every artist, when an artist come off the stage singing their song, instead of going to the dressing room, I had microphones set off stage on the side, both sides of the stage. You get on that mic and you will sing that song with the artist that's going on, because everybody at Motown knew everybody's music. And so the sound was fantastic. The songs were great. Everything was going phenomenal. Only we weren't making any money. I couldn't understand it. We got lines outside, tickets being sold. I mean, this place is packed. I don't get it. Smokey calls me between the shows. He said, William R., man, this is the 4th show tonight. By the way, we're doing 4 and 5 shows tonight. He said, those girls sitting in the front, they singing there, sitting there, they singing all the songs before I get to them. They start singing the songs. I said, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, man, come here. I walked over to the side of the stage, looked out. He said, right, those 3 rows right there. It dawned on me. Nobody was ever leaving the theater. They'd come in, bring little bags with food and sandwiches and shit, and they sit there and they'd watch show after show after show. I said, okay, I'll fix this. I go to the front. I tell them, don't sell no more tickets. So we got back in the theater. We start the overture. I stop the band. I give the audience a wonderful speech. I say, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this show, everyone would have seen the entire package. And there's a line outside, your brothers and sisters and neighbors waiting to get in. They'd appreciate it if at the end of the show you would leave and they would come in and they get an opportunity to see the Motown Revue like you do. And everybody laughed and smiled and everything. And I said, are you ready for the show? They said, yeah, applause, applause, applause. Bam, we do the show. When the show is over, nobody moves. I said, wait a minute. I called them to turn the lights up. They turned the lights up in the house. I get the security guards, and we start putting people out. We put everybody out. People were hiding behind the seats, in the bathroom, behind the curtain. I mean, they hated to leave. We finally get them out, and we bring in a whole new audience. And that was the only way that we started making it happen. And I used that routine all the way through in every city. We started moving records, moving artists, and having a great show. That was the Motown Revue.